In reflecting on the different nominations that we had as a district for this award, I really got to thinking about what it means to have a voice and what the power of an individual voice can be. The NSDA had a slogan a few years ago about giving youth a voice, and I thought that was sort of trite when they mentioned it, but in reflecting on this year's nominees, it had a lot of new meaning to me in a lot of different ways. I want you to think for a second about how your life would be different if you did not have a voice, or could not use your voice. For most of us, that's just something we would rhetorically think about, reflect on as we move along with our day. But for the young lady who is this year's District Student of the Year, trying to access her voice has been the defining struggle of her life. After transferring to Mentor High School, our recipient began using an iPad to communicate, which allowed her to express herself and let others see what so many had missed up to that point, that behind her lack of verbal speech was an incredible intellect and intellectual talent. Emboldened by the new opportunities, she began visiting elementary classrooms in her district and in other districts to teach lessons about tolerance. She spoke at professional development days for teachers in her district and in other school districts, talking about the challenges that she's overcome. Later this year, she'll speak at a conference about educational technology with renowned educator Alan November. Because of the power that she recognizes in the human voice, at her school, she's organized a drive through a startup called Vocal ID, I think I said it right, which asks donors to give their voices in order to create synthesized voices for those who are unable to speak for themselves. Finally, because of her competition this year in the Ohio High School Speech League, our recipient has caused our organization to re-examine its rules and procedures. And I'm proud to say that because of her trailblazing efforts, speech and debate in Ohio is more inclusive today and will be for students into the future of every ability level. It's especially important that we recognize this tremendous achievement because in February, as we think about Black History Month and think about others in our society who have worked to make our country a more just place, this young lady has done that on a small level so far, and I'm sure will in the future, in her future endeavors. It is with tremendous pleasure that I award this year's NSDA District Student of the Year Award to Jordyn Zimmerman.